Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I am so glad that you are here and that you have joined us. If you're new here, welcome. We're glad that you found us and we hope that you enjoy the video and the channel and you decide to become a part of our community. For those of you returning, thank you guys so much for your constant and your continued support. It means a great deal to me. I do greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Always only take what resonates, leave the rest. For those of you who may wonder, like, how am I reading or how do I read? You can find that information in the description box below, as well as my website information if you are interested in finding out what else I do and or would like to go check out my website and find out about moving through or continuing on or supporting in some way your spiritual ascension journey. Okay, these are the decks that I felt called to pull. Sometimes I use all of them. Sometimes I end up using none of them. And sometimes I just use one or two. You know, we'll just wait and see what happens. I did want to say that I was sitting here and the word sovereignty kept coming to me. And I'm not sure if we're going to be talking about sovereignty or if the sovereignty was something I'm going to be doing a little bit later on. So we're just going to see what comes out of the decks. Just so that you know, I do shuffle all decks before and after every reading. So before they even get put in their, correct boxes, they are shuffled. And then I shuffle them, as you can see, before, but I do typically shuffle off camera before. And then I shuffle again on camera. And again, they're shuffled after reading and before I put them away. So rest assured, they do get their good shuffling. All right, so let me just get this part done. If you like, you can fast forward past to where I'm already pulling the cards. That is up to you. All right. I haven't worked with this Ascended Masters deck for a while. So it's going to be interesting to see what messages they have that come forward. All right. They're saying cut the deck. Okay. I don't typically do it that way, but okay. Okay, where are we beginning? Okay. All right. What messages do you have for our Infused Transitions Collective? And what is it that tipped over there? There we go. Purification. Just so you know, whenever you find this message or any of the messages, that's the right time for you. But as always, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Stay focused. And let's see. Yep. Power of joy. Okay. So we have purification, white Tara. And I'm going to do this just so that we can't have, we're not going to have any issues or problems. Because apparently now some artwork is considered offensive. So we have, perfect purification, staying focused, kutam. I'm not sure how to pronounce that correctly. And then the power of joy. Maitreya. I don't know how to say that either correctly. So my apologies on the pronunciation. Okay, so Clearly, purification. Now, this could be of mind, body, soul, spirit, environment, relationships, situations, energies, frequencies, vibrations, your intuition, your tools, your gifts, whatever that is, or whatever combination thereof that is for you. Detoxing, purifying, and it immediately brings me over to this stay focused. Because when you look at his eyes, I look at the whites of his eyes. They are crystal clear, which to me bespeaks of physical health. Because when we have bloodshot eyes or a lot of markings in the iris of our eye, which is the colored portion, what's it called? Iridology, I think is what it's called. It's the study of the various different parts of the eye and how, getting a vein that's showing up in this part is related to these organs, and this means this, and da-da-da-da-da. But it just feels like it may be the purification is here because there may be things that are beginning to show, but they may be so tiny that you don't really notice them. So it's just about taking stock of the various different life areas and finding out for yourself, you know what, I know that this isn't really serving me, whatever this is, right? And it's time for me to do some house cleaning. It's time for me to clean some things up. And I do feel like people who are very conscious of what they ingest, what they surround themselves with, what they allow in, what they choose to not take on, tend to be very joyful. And there is a great deal of power in that joy. Not just physical health as far as the joy, but a internal happiness and that inner peace, that inner calmness. And now I see, yes, this helps us also to be able to step into our own sovereignty, right? And I would encourage you to look up some of the definitions about sovereignty and maybe see if you can find some I don't know, blogs or articles or something around sovereignty. Just check out a few. Nobody says you have to read for hours on end or anything, but just check out a few, see what resonates with you, and kind of go from there and develop your sense of your own sovereignty. All right. What else do we have? I apologize for the lighting if it's not good. I actually have the lights on in my room and I'm sitting in front of 2 glass patio doors, but there's a card that's turned over in there. Where did it go? I know I saw it. There it is. Judgment. Okay. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Judgment. So I feel like, so there's being judgmental, and then there's utilizing and being in a space where you are aware of and utilize your judgment. Being judgmental and using your judgment are 2 very different concepts. I would also say with that would come things of discernment, but we're talking about judgment here. So again, with this purification, and again, that whole sovereignty and the power of joy, staying focused, I do feel like there's some house cleaning that needs to happen and take place. You may need to, may want to, I shouldn't say need, you may want to consider looking into the health of your judgment, right? Sometimes our judgment can be formed by a variety of things that bring about or come together to bring about our perception of judgment. And sometimes those things that we've pulled in that bring this together to form this come from dysfunction or toxicity or imbalances and so forth. So again, I invite you to look up judgment, and that may sound silly to some of you, but sometimes just getting a few different perspectives, definitions, information about something that we feel we already know can really go, oh, wow, you know what? I never even thought of it that way. Well, that's funny. I don't think of it this way. Well, oh, you know what? I feel blah, blah, blah. And this helps us to develop. It helps us to develop. It helps us to clarify. And it helps us, if we're willing to see without judging ourselves, without being in judgment, but just, oh, okay, let me look at that. Yeah. Now, using this new understanding and perspective, or if I look at this area of my life or this thing or whatever that is, and I look at it from this definition and then, so to me, it would impact it or influence it in this way. But then if I look at it from my current form of judgment judgment that I've been using, I see how now that has formed me to have this kind of a perception of judgment and utilizing that perception of judgment. And I see now how that's kind of thrown me off balance. Or I see how in this area, I got it. I nailed it. I'm doing fantastic. Now I want to apply this healthy kind of judgment over into this or this life area. I hope that makes sense. We do have Perseverance that came out. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Staying focused. Perseverance. I can do whatever I set my mind to. So yeah, staying focused. And I would say that, you know, with so many things that are going on and happening, right? It's easy for our focus to be pulled away. It's easy for us to sometimes feel like we don't even have the ability to stay focused. And that in of itself is something that you can work on. But that does bring that perseverance. You know, instead of beating yourself up and, oh, yeah, I was doing well and then I fell off and now, you know, so instead of going out down this whole road and rabbit hole of, you know, beating yourself up and poor me and I can't do it, la 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 la. Ah, okay, I just noticed I'm totally off track and that I've strayed from what I was originally doing. Okay, so you know what? Let's bring it back in. Let me stay focused. Maybe take a split second or a little bit and sit there and go, oh, but you see, I see this, this, and this is what always seems to pull me away. So let me be aware of that. When these things come forward again, I can be consciously aware of, that always ends up pulling me away from my focus. I really want to stay focused and persevere and be diligent so I can shift things for myself. So thanks, but no thanks. I'm focusing on this, right? Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And I love that because sometimes we can even lose, it was just contact is what came to my mind. We can lose contact. We can lose our relationship, basically, our relationship with creativity. And a lot of times that can happen from these other influences that end up pulling us away. Or we can take what other people say about our creativity and internalize that, and then we end up just not utilizing our creativity at all. And again, purifying, right? I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So again, this is about nourishing the mind, nourishing the self, nourishing the soul, nourishing your spirit, nourishing your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic, yeah, you know, la, 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 la. So yeah, and these are all things that make up our sovereignty, right? These are all different multi-facets and aspects of our sovereignty. What else do you, oh, okay. All right. I don't. All right. Secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. And look at that. Creativity. Well, it takes a lot of creativity to, I think, to draw, to paint, to sketch, to sculpt. Now, nobody says that you have to be a professional. Nobody says you're looking to have these things published or to sell them. It just, this feels like it could be something that is a creative outlet for someone or some of you. But I'm also feeling like there's something, a message, there's something that you'll be learning, whether you realize you're learning it or not, if you just take a pad of paper and some pencils and start sketching something, whether that's something nature outdoors or something in your home or looking in the mirror or just something that you imagine in your mind, whether it's a design, abstract, traditional, landscapes, you know, it doesn't matter. Could be even in just writing. Maybe you're going to write a story. Maybe you're going to write a movie. Maybe you're going to write, and nobody says again that these are things that have to be put out there. Maybe you'll decide to do that. Maybe you won't. But there is, and it says secret sketches. So wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. So this could be just about having a collection of sketches and literally just putting it on your, you know, what do they call them? A coffee table book, right? Literally just putting it, you know, for others to find that maybe can relate. And maybe there's something in your drawings that will speak to them. When I started painting, I was like, I don't know how to paint, right? It was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to paint. I'm not good at this. I've never painted. I've never, you know, and I just did it anyway. Big fat went and did it anyway. And I was shocked to see the result of my first painting ever. And it had so many spiritual aspects about it. And it was really just, I mean, I was blown away, not in the sense of, oh, it was just, you know, such an artist's piece or anything like that. But it turned out extremely well. And it had so much, yes, baby. It had so much spirits within it that other people who weren't even on a spiritual journey or their ascension journey even noticed and would comment, wow, it looks like there's beings there, or wow, it looks like this, that, and the other, or, you know, wow, it looks like la, 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 you know. Napoleon, come here, baby. No. He really loves cards every time I take him out. Okay, so secret sketches. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well, but there's this, I don't know, almost looks like those drain covers that are on, or water covers and things that you see on sidewalks and in streets. And it's got a triangle on it in front of the door. So again, I'm going to turn it this way just because it'll be a little easier to see. Isn't that interesting? Sorry, that's my dog. She's having fun trying to roll herself around over there. She's got a ball stuck underneath the bed and she's trying to get her toy out. Next one is Third Eye Raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out the news. Prepare for the unexpected. Again, it's a three-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven caws out the news. Prepare for the unexpected. Isn't that a beautiful door? Look at those colors there at the top. Just beautiful. Napoleon love, you gotta, okay, thank you. All right, and the final one here is sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. Oh, I like that. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. So there may be a need to be doing some cord cutting. If you're not sure what that is, again, do your research, check it out. Consider various people's takes and perspectives and take what resonates for you and leave the rest. I really do feel like you're being invited to either begin or continue on your journey to find your sovereignty within. And it will be something that is going to be important in day-to-day life. And yes, in the currently happening and moving on forward in this changing of our planet and so on and so forth, because being able to be strong within ourselves and know our focus, know our own sovereignty, and to stand strong in being with inner peace, with inner calmness, being in alignment with our soul, within ourself. Having this balance being our way of life is what is going to strengthen and fortify us as we move forward. So anyways, guys, that's the messages I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to do that. Like, subscribe, share, the notification bell. Each and every one of those steps really do help the channel. They do help me. They do help the channel. But more importantly, it helps get these messages out to others who could possibly benefit from them. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Until next time. Bye.